Hey everybody, Hernke here. Welcome back to my channel. Today I got a very special guest, a friend, someone I've worked with for a long time on Animal Kingdom, the TV series. He's an assistant, second assistant camera, and he's also a child star from the film Little Rascals in 1994, playing the role of Woim.
Very former
Very,
child star.
very former child star. He's gonna tell us how he got that character name, but first, he's got a love for pizza. I love pizza. That's my weak spot. Mm-hmm. We watched Dave Portnoy of Barstool Sports, and he always does these really awesome pizza reviews. And I thought, hey, I think we need to do a pizza review as well. So, are you ready for this?
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, one bite. Everybody knows the rules.
Everyone knows the rules.
All right. So we got Danielle's wood fire pizza. You see it there on the camera.
Good looking pie, Hans.
Very good. Very
Sharp
good.
looking pie.
This is in Studio City on Laurel Canyon and Riverside in a little shopping center. So, Blake, why don't you take the first slice, bro?
This one's calling me.
All right. For those of you that are familiar with Dave Portnoy, you know exactly where we're going with this.
A little bit of flop.
A little bit of flop. Here we go.
Nice undercarriage, huh? Look at that.
Yep.
Not
Not
bad.
too. I asked for well done, and it doesn't look like it's too well done on the bottom. So that's good.
All right.
Right.
Well, yeah.
Cheers. Let's do it. Good.
Pretty good. One bite.
I definitely taste that wood fire.
Yeah, got a little tang to it. I like the sauce.
Do you think it's kind of like borderline bar food?
Yeah, it's kind of like borderline bar pie. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's pretty good. I could eat this whole pie in like probably 10 minutes. No problem.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, one bite.
One bite, we keep going. Yeah. I like it. And it's a perfect size, too.
Yeah.
The large, I think we've had the large before. Oh, she wants one.
How about this?
There we go. My wife, the camera assistant, wants one as well. Wow. Yeah, and there's a nice little grease on the top. Did you know that if you patted all the grease out on a pizza, it lowers the calories?
I'm not surprised.
Have you heard that before?
I've actually done that before.
Yeah? I have too. I've had some really, really greasy pies, and I just put some paper towel on top, and boom, there you go. Oh,
Awesome.
that was good, man.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
What are we going to score it?
And you can take some home if you want as well.
Problem.
Yep, there you go.
What are you going to score it?
Let's see. I'm going to give this one an 8.3.
8.3.
Yep.
I'm gonna go 7.8.
7.8?
Yeah.
All right.
Good score.
Whoosh. There we go. All right, so diving in, how did you get started in this crazy film industry of ours? You've did a film a long time ago, The Little Rascals. You're also doing second assistant camera.
Yeah.
So dive in. How did you get started in the acting industry?
When I was in kindergarten, so I was probably around 5 years old, I had a friend, or just it was another kid I was in my class, and her father was starting a talent agency, and he was starting a talent agency for kids, and he was kind of scouting the school for talent, and I was this rambunctious, out of control little redheaded kid, so he got a hold of my mom and asked if I would be interested in going on some auditions, and of course she said yes. And I ended up going on an audition for a plastics commercial, and I booked it. It was the first audition I ever went on, and I got the commercial. It was a national commercial. And then the second audition I went on was a Burger King commercial, and it was a promo for the movie Aladdin, and I got that. So that was it. From then on, I started doing commercials nonstop, and then eventually auditioned for the Little Rascals, and that happened. And I was a pretty consistently working actor until I was about 14 years old.
Right on.
Yeah.
Now, your audition process for the Little Rascals, did you have to go through several stages? Like, all right, this is the initial audition. Let's do a callback. Let's do another callback. Did you have to do any of that?
As a kid, when you're going on auditions, I could tell you exactly how it went. Just like this. Be like this. Hi, my name is Blake Collins. I'm 7 years old, and my agency is Coast to Coast. And they'd say, turn to your left, or that's my right. And turn to your right. And they'd do your profile, and then they'd ask you to smile and stand there, and they go, okay, cool, thank you. That was it. That was
Really?
that was the audition process, usually when you're a little kid.
Right.
You know, and then they would, like, the casting director would go through, you know, what these kids look like in the headshot and stuff, and eventually you get a call back. And at that point, you'd have to usually do something like read a line or, you know, I don't know, you know, do something that would relate to the commercial or the job you were auditioning for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So after you booked it, then they sent you the whole script and you started memorizing from there?
Yeah, when it was something scripted, like a pilot or a TV show or Little Rascals, yeah, they would send scripts over, and you'd start going to readings. And at that age, they usually send you to a coach or something like that to just, you know, because you're a child, and like memorizing lines is not very easy when you're a child. And
Yeah.
your attention span is all over the place, especially mine. I was nuts. So, yeah, it was good. It was a good time. It was a fun process. I learned a lot.
That's awesome. I remember reading a lot about that on IMDb, where they had coaches on set for the kids.
Yeah, we all had acting coaches and you know, set teachers and kid wranglers. It was crazy because, you know, we were all 5, 6, 7 years old. We were nuts.
Yeah.
All we wanted to do was play and
have fun all
get
day.
in trouble. And
Did you watch any of the original black and white films when you were doing this movie?
I actually, my father and I, he would watch Little Rascals on Sunday mornings and stuff. You know, like, I remember back in the day, like slow Sunday mornings watching cartoons or whatever. And you know, I just remember sitting on the couch with my dad, and we would watch old Little Rascals episodes. And that was before I even did the job. But yeah, we watched it a little bit when I got the movie. I don't know if it really did anything because it was hard to pay attention to, because I'm like, this is so boring. You know, it's like black and white, like the cheesiest comedy ever. But you know, maybe it paid off. I don't know. It inspired my character.
Yeah. No, I watched the movie a couple years ago. It popped on our TV one night, and that was my first time seeing it. And as I'm watching, like, all of these scenes seem very familiar, and I guess they took all of the older scenes and they kind of just added some flair to them. You know,
I think they took a lot of, like, the popular episodes.
Yeah.
And, like, the one in particular that I remember is when Alfalfa's on the stage singing "I'm the Barber of Seville." That was a very popular Little Rascals episode in the 50s. So that's just one little blip they took from the original one and, you know, put it into the new one.
And they threaded it into a storyline.
Yeah, exactly.
That is so cool. Yeah, it definitely brought me back to my childhood, because I watched all those black and white ones when I was a kid too.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Cool.
And your character Woim, originally called Worm.
Yes.
How did you get that name Woim? What changed?
So the original Butch, his name was Tommy Bond. I don't know if he's still with us anymore, but he had a very heavy New York, Brooklyn accent, like almost where it sounds like he's speaking another language. It's insane. So he could not pronounce the word worm. Just no matter how hard he tried, no matter how, like, you know, spelling it out, it just couldn't happen. So he said Woim, which is worm with a heavy New York accent, I guess. So they just ended up changing my character's name. You know, that's the story. Woim.
Hello, Woim.
Yeah.
Do you do appearances as well as, like, at Comic-Cons or any conventions?
No, this is my first appearance in a long time, Hans.
Well, I'm honored.
Since our reunion we did, you know, like a few years back, this is the first one.
I'm honored that you're with me.
Yeah.
Holy cow.
Yeah, the stock's not too high on former internationally renowned college superstars.
When the movie came out, though, were you doing a lot of appearances at conventions and stuff?
Yeah, we did a lot. One of my favorite ones that I remember pretty vividly was they flew me to Germany to be on a talk show, which was the equivalent of like Jay Leno's talk show in Berlin, and the reason they brought me over there, which is kind of weird because, you know, I was kind of low on the call sheet of the cast list, but I was the only one who looked sort of German, Like I'm not kidding. That's what the that's what the agency said. So I went out there and did that interview, and it was also the same at the same time was the Playboy bunnies from Germany were there doing interviews too. So I got to take pictures with them, and there's actually a photo. My mom has it framed. I'm laying on their laps holding the Playboy Germany magazine. That was pretty cool. That's a good memory.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Do you have any memories from the actual production itself?
Yeah, a little
anything
bit.
fun? Anything dangerous that happened?
The scene when we jumped in the where I jumped in the mud. After so that was like it was basically like oatmeal and water, and it was just a mixture of different stuff. You know how we do it in the movies, like everything's not all things are as they seem. But after they didn't really have a plan to clean us up, so we were just covered in all this stuff. And this is I believe it was in I think that scene was filmed in Pasadena or Agua Dulce. Maybe it was Agua Dulce. But there was a new housing tract being built nearby, and the homes were not sold yet. It was empty. So the production went to the management and was like, oh, could we go into one of the houses so we could shower our kids? They didn't have heating yet in these houses, so we had to shower in these freezing cold showers.
Oh.
And I have my mom, our moms were in there just taking pictures of us in the showers. We were little kids. It was hilarious. But that's like one, kind of sweet memory from it. But, it was a good time, man. It was a lot of fun.
Do you keep in touch with any of your co-stars?
Yeah, the Jordan Warcall who played Froggy is still a very dear friend of mine. Our moms are best friends. Like they literally, when one moves, they move closer to each other. Our families have been very close for almost 30 years now. So, yeah, he's still a close friend of mine. And once in a while we keep in touch with the others. I still talk to Zach Mabry who played Porky. He's awesome. They're all good people. I ran into Sam Saletta who played Butch at a hockey game. That was cool. We took a picture together. It was good to see him. He's a great dude.
Nice.
They're all good people. Every once in a while, there's a little message here and there, and
There you go.
Yeah.
That's good to keep in touch with your coworkers. I'm sure many years down the line, I'll be keeping in touch with people that I worked with on all the other shows I've worked on, like Animal Kingdom. I'm sure Brad and I are still going to be doing hijinks as usual.
Yeah.
He's always up to no
you guys
to no
and your little pranks and stuff.
Oh yeah, on the on our Instagram page.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Oh yeah. Now, when you were working on this movie, did your curiosity of I want to try exploring behind the camera, did that come to you at any point, or was it on another project that you were working on?
No, I mean I stopped acting when I was 14, just getting into high school because I wanted to have a normal life. Like I wanted to hook up with girls. I wanted to smoke pot. I wanted to have a normal teenager life. I didn't want to leave school early every day and go on interviews, and it's just not what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
So I left acting when I was 14 years old. My mom was devastated, obviously. And then I had a business after high school, and when that went under, my best friend's dad was actually a pretty big cameraman in the 90s, and I had done several commercials with him. And he was, he's like, do you want to do camera? And he's like, no problem, I'll get you in. So I started as a camera PA and worked myself up to assistant camera, and
there you go. Rest is history. Animal Kingdom, he was dropping the marks down on the ground.
Yeah.
If those the little sandbag marks too, if there was one that was left around, I'd always pick it up and give back to him, because I'm sure those things get lost all the time, don't they?
All the time, yes.
Yeah. There you go. And then you were working on All American recently. That's the newest show, and you were with Mr. Steve Dale.
Yes.
My buddy, Mr. Steve Dale, who got me on Animal Kingdom, and he's a great guy.
I love that man. We call each other. I call him Nighthawk. He calls me Dragon. We're a big Step Brothers fan, so he's one of my best friends. I love that man.
Oh yeah, he's in Florida right now, kind of taking time off the grid.
He sure is.
Are you guys coming back in August?
Yeah, middle of August we start up again.
All right. Well, I'm gonna have to send him a text, because no, I know you guys got all your stand-ins there, so
yeah,
right, all your regular stand-ins.
Yeah, sorta. They change sometimes.
From time to time. Right on, man.
Cool.
So going forward, like, where do you see yourself in 10 years? Do you want to do anything else in the industry at all?
I mean, I've always teetered with, like, maybe trying acting again. Just seeing where that goes, but while maintaining a career as a cameraman. I could see myself having a career as an assistant cameraman and being a first AC, and I like that job. It's a great career. But if Dogecoin goes to the moon, I'm out. I'm retired. I'm done.
There we go. Doge. Everyone's got a little bit of Doge.
Yeah, you just need a little bit. That's all. Just start somewhere.
Yeah, a little bit, and then what's the term? Hold.
Yeah.
Hold it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And maybe one day it'll moon, and I'll be able to retire one day.
That's right.
Yeah.
Do you have any advice for our audience? Anybody that wants to get into the film industry as an actor, starting off really young, or in the camera industry as well, doing what you do?
Yeah, I mean, get a job as a PA, make friends with everybody, and decide what it is you want to do, whether that's a grip or being a camera assistant or whatever it is. They're all great careers, and get to know those people and ask questions and work on indie films and student films. That's always great ways to meet more people. Like, the more people you meet, the better chances you are of getting something eventually. No one's going to really stop you from continuously trying to go after something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think that's the best advice I could give, is just get in somehow, get your foot in the door, like as a PA or whatever it is, and eventually something will work out if you're persistent enough.
Absolutely. Stay connected. Mm-hmm. Don't burn bridges.
Yeah.
And you're good to go.
Yeah.
Oh, Blake, thank you so much for coming out and talking about Little Rascals and all the other good stuff that you're doing. I hope all much success to you in the future, man.
Thanks,
and I hope we can work together. Oh, thank you.
Sure, it's a small community.
It is. It's a very small community. I appreciate you coming out. And if you haven't seen Little Rascals, 1994, right? It's 1994?
You've been living under a rock if you haven't seen Little Rascals.
Yeah, well, I think we saw it like a couple years ago when it came on TV, right? Well, she saw it, but
yeah.
I saw it when it came on during Christmas time.
Oh,
I was like, oh my goodness, there's Blake, and I heard all about you being on the movie, so
right.
It was nice to see a familiar face on the television. So check out the film if you've not seen it, and check out All American, the recent show that he's working on. This is Hernke and Blake signing out. Thank you so much for joining us. See you later.